Hello and welcome. Welcome to Gothmother's reselling adventure here on the U of Tubes. I have closets on Poshmark.ca and eBay.ca. And I tried to have one on Etsy for about a year, but no one wanted my tarot readings or my stuff or my cool t-shirts with witches and cats and book bags and whatever. Those days are gone. I still have the patterns. Maybe I'll revive one day on Etsy, but not today. So today I am on because I got an order. And as you all know, I'm I guess what you call a hobby reseller. I'm not even a reseller. Well, I'm a reseller in the fact that I am selling things that other people have bought. I'm selling pre-loved items, but I don't go out and buy them. I'm just selling what I got. So I got an order on Poshmark, and I was pretty happy about it because they ordered a bundle. And so they ordered 6 of my Nancy Drew books. Someone else already bought one, and then I have a few more still up for sale. And these are my own personal Nancy Drew books. Gotta keep remembering where to look. These are my personal Nancy Drew books from when I was a kid, and they've been sitting on my bookshelf my entire life. Ironically, once I listed them, I put them in a box and took them up to the storage unit. So when someone purchased them last night, I had to get over to the storage unit today. And that's all fine and good, except for the fact we've been having horrible storms. The whole weekend was storms. And yesterday kind of rain, sleet, ice storm. The day before was an ice storm. And today is like tornado winds. My little car was blowing off the road. But my storage unit isn't that far, but it's about 10-15 minutes away, even though it's like just straight on till morning kind of thing. Anyway, so I went and got these, but even though I tend to do 1-day shipping, I'm not doing anything. You can hear. Any noise you hear is the wind. I don't have any heaters or air filters or fans on. It's the wind. If the door rattles, it's the wind. It's been super windy, but it's supposed to finally die down later tonight. It's about 7 o'clock when I'm recording this on the Monday night. So hopefully by tomorrow morning, things will be totally cool. And we'll get these babies out. I'm going to send them Purelator, as I always do. Because the Purelator I've had really good luck with. Both Purelator and Post Office are easy for me. The Purelator is about a 10-minute walk. I did a video to show you how far it is when I went there. Oh, I should actually do one last check through the books to make sure I didn't put any secret love notes. See, in the listings I do show that I did have like my name written inside as a little kid. This one's a little broken in the middle. I hope I posted that one has that issue. I don't remember, but they can return it if it's a problem. These are, like I said, they're mine. They're old. So I'm going to package each one individually in these little tiny bags I got from Temu. In that mega order. Oh, I guess before I do that, I should prepare the box. So lucky me, I found this box a long time ago down in the recycling room. And I've told you before how I live in an apartment building and that I will go down now and again and poke through the recycling room because there's no food in those containers. It's just paper and cardboard boxes. The sad thing is a lot of people do cut up their boxes before they put them in, so that there's less litter. But so you might see boxes that would have been good boxes, but they ripped them up. And so that was sad. I went down there today. I found 2 boxes that were slightly bigger than this, which will be great for sometime in the future. I wasn't looking for a box for these books because I already knew I had this box. But yeah, every now and again, because I don't want my apartment, you know, I'm finally taking things to storage. I don't want my apartment to be full of boxes. But this, as you can see, so this Amazon box, like I said, I found it a long time ago, and I had taken all the information off it from whoever's box it was, and then I tore it all apart so I could flatten it and keep it in the one little closet that I actually have where I keep things like this. So, okay, so there's still this thing on the side, this barcode thing. I'm going to try to take that off. No, I'll just rub it with the thing before I mail it. So, yeah, so look at that. It's so perfect for 6 little Nancy Drew books. So I had these up. They weren't up that long, couple months. And these books I had actually done. Here, let me turn around. I'd actually listed these books with List Easier a couple months, like last month or whenever it was, when I first was trying List Easier. And these books were super frustrating. It did not save me any time whatsoever. And that was on eBay. Got no views, nothing. But I cross-listed them over to Poshmark, and they saw a lot of them there. Like I said, I have several, but they bought 6. So they decided to make a little bundle of 6. And then I have magical things on my stores. They cost me money, but they make me money because I wouldn't have known about this deal. So my magic computer, I don't know if it was the Poshmark AI or the one I pay for. Oh, it must have been the one I paid for, because Poshmark AI doesn't make bundles. And I believe my special thing made a bundle and then gave them a super good deal. So these books were going, I had them listed at $10 each because I didn't know what, you know, they might be worth 5, they might be worth 1. I figured whoever wants them will probably buy a bunch and then make me an offer for a bundle. And that's what happened, except they didn't even make me an offer. The magic of the AI made the offer for me. So yay, yay, yay. So I still keeping track of the List Easier people. And I listed some more stuff on List Easier. I think I said that in my last video. That it still was very cumbersome. I still had to check every single thing and rewrite things and correct things. So it's not easier yet for me. They're bringing out a variety pack or a flex pack or whatever it's called, where it is for people like me, where you may not have all the same items, and then it will still, because right now it works best if you have, like, you know, 10 Nancy Drew books or whatever, and then it goes through and does its thing. And so the new way, you can just, you know, it doesn't have to all be books. It can just be a potpourri of this and that. And that's fine. I actually did that the last time I went on there. I had things that were kind of similar but not. And I just had, but they all had the same shipping idea and all that. But even with that, the last time I used List Easier, it still was cumbersome. I still had to check everything. Well, you always have to check no matter what you're doing. But I had to redo things. It got things wrong. It put things in the wrong categories, even though I'd picked the categories. And yeah, so it still was troublesome. But they are working on it constantly, because I watch Josh's videos about it. And they're launching a new thing next week. And so, yeah, so they're going to be, they're working on making the listing things more accurate and easier, haha, for the this and that's and stuff, for, you know, toys and books and stuff. They admitted it has not been terribly accurate with books in the past, but it'll get more so. Hope they'll be able to do vintage books, because I got a few boxes of antique books, and these aren't antiques. These are just me growing up books, like the 70s. These are from the 70s. Oh shit, I haven't been checking them. Oh well. Yeah, I better go through and I better look inside each one and make sure it's okay. So here I am, not even paying attention to my own video. All right, so I'm just gonna double check, you know, there's nothing weird inside or nothing happened. So I think that's just always good to do with any product you're selling. Even if you pre-packaged it, you should always double check that nothing's happened to it. You know, that the product is what it's supposed to be. That, you know, there's no bugs or mold or anything bizarre happening. Luckily, these are those comic book self-seal bags, so it's easy for me to go back and check it all out. Oh yeah, this is the one we already looked at. It's a little scuffed. And like I said, they may not like these conditions, but these are, you know, they are probably, some of them might be first editions because I'm not old. And so it probably is a good collection despite being used and written in and all that. The story's still there. You can still read the whole story. It's all still, this one's in much better shape than the others. Look at that. See, my name's in it. My name's in all of them, so whoever bought this knows my name. You know my name anyways if you buy something, because our names are on the packages and the order forms and all that stuff. So, all right. So, yeah, so I'm looking forward to List Easier getting its shit together. For people like me, because I would like the magic of more sales. So I have 200, I checked just before I came on here. I have 236 things listed on eBay. About half of them have been with the List Easier people. And the thing they keep talking about with List Easier is that it brings, because of the technology or whatever, more people see your listings and stuff like that. I have not found that to be the case. These were all at 0. Most of my stuff's at 0. I tend to make my prices lower than the things I comp, so I want to sell them. I have 3 items that have had a lot of people looking at it and several people watching them. And 2 of them are comic books that I don't remember if they were with List Easier or not, but they are super, I gotta remember to look in the eye hole, super valuable comics. Like, you Google those things, they're worth bazillions. So I have people watching those 2 comic books. So I don't think it mattered if I had List Easier or not, because they're super valuable. And then I had one thing that people are watching for, which is a Prada briefcase, which I did not use List Easier for, because I know someone will want that. And plus, you know, I only have one, so there's no point putting it in a batch, because what am I batching it with, right? So those are the only things people seem to get traffic, or people even watching. The other 220 things have 0 people looking at them and no watchers. I have a couple of skirts people are watching, or dresses. I wish they would just make me an offer and buy the damn thing so I can get this over with. I keep dropping prices, but anyways, yeah, so I'm not sure if it's true that if you use List Easier, it puts you higher in the search ranking, but they do say that's part of what they're trying to do. You know, and they talk about how you can see your stuff on eBay out in the wild or whatever. I've always seen my stuff on eBay out in the wild. I always see my stuff Poshmark and eBay. Yeah, I see my own listings, and sometimes I don't know if that's good or bad that we see our own listings. Are we just selling to ourselves? I don't know. I'm not sure how all that happens. All right. So we've got all our little books fitting perfectly in the box. And then I showed you last time how I like to do my checklist. You can see that my paper's all folded because I had taken it to the storage unit to pack the books. So I know those are the books because I already picked them out of the box. There's many other Nancy Drew books. So so I'm just going to cross off all the little X's on the piece of paper. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to go tomorrow. Oh, I should write the thank you for your order. Thank you for your order. Happy New Year. Thank you for your order. Happy New Year, because it'll be New Year by the time they get it, since even though they ordered it last night, if we didn't have such crappy weather, they would have had it today. Well, tomorrow. But yeah, I'm not going out there again. It's because you can't drive. I can't drive to the Purolator place. First of all, it's too close. Like, it's on the other side of a park. So it just doesn't make sense to drive there. I don't know how I would. It's faster to walk. You know, it's one of those awkward kind of things. I mean, yes, you could drive. And I have to park. Then I have to get it, you know. Yeah. So yeah, so packing my stuff. So tomorrow, me and one of my sons, we're going to put a few hours in over at the storage unit. We are going to be, every now and again I hire him, and now I was hiring him to move boxes around and stuff when we were first getting stuff from the estate and all that. Now I hire him for photographing, so I think this is the third or fourth time I'm having him spend a few hours photographing stuff. So tomorrow I will have him be photographing books and magazines. I pulled out boxes of books and magazines, and then the hope is that as I start listing these photos, which won't be tomorrow, probably be in a couple days, that maybe list easier. I'll just do a small batch and see how List Easier is doing, because it's a whole pile of Mad magazines, so like they should all be kind of the same thing. They also have a bunch of just plain old books, but we'll see how the day goes and what we feel like doing. And of course there's tons and tons of other stuff to deal with. I still haven't watched those Hot Wheel tracks. You know, it's been the holidays and all that. So, got that. Then, as I've showed you before, I just put the thing on here. I try to make it so that it covers the barcodes. Oh yeah, this person would have definitely have gotten it. Oh man, they live on the road my old in-laws used to live on. Ha! That's funny. I hope I don't know them. That's from my second marriage, not my first. That's funny. I won't say where that is, but it's kind of funny. I don't even know if they're still alive, those in-laws. I never kept touch with any of those people, that's for sure. That second marriage. We all have those times, don't we? All right. So, the box. Ooh, that's a heavy one. I hope they take it. Well, we have, what, up to 10 pounds? It's only 6 Nancy Drew books. So I'm trying not to show the things so I don't have to spend an hour editing that I accidentally showed you things I shouldn't, doxing people. Yeah, so we're all good to go with our little Amazon package of used Nancy Drew books. And yeah, so tomorrow the plan is doing a bunch of photography. Well, the boy will be doing, well, the man, he's in his 30s, he'll be doing photography, probably with the new light boxes and stuff. And while he's doing that, I will be rummaging and moving. When I was over there today, I still have hopes of cramming the 2 units into one. So maybe I'll work on getting more prepared for that. Because really by the end of January, I had hoped by the end of December that I would just be in one storage unit, but that's not going to happen in 2 days. There's just no way. But yeah, it's happening though. So by January, the end of January, I should have the storage unit where half the stuff's mine and half the stuff is stuff I'm storing forever for the parents and the family and whatever is happening there. And yeah. So I hope this has been informative or helpful, or, I know I like to watch people pack stuff, and hey, I had an order, so I thought I'd come on and pack it for you because, that's the order I got after the monster. I did actually, I have a sad story. I did actually have an order before this order, and I was looking around, I'm like, this order feels really familiar, and I was going through the boxes, and it would be stuff I actually still have here because it was stuff I'd listed way back, like I guess it's been almost 3 years now. I was like, this feels so familiar. I feel like I've done this before. And then I realized that yes, I have done it before. Somehow I had double listed 3 of these items that were in this bundle. 3 out of 4 items in the bundle I'd actually already sold on Poshmark, and it was ordered on Poshmark because I went in and looked, and yeah, I had double listings. So I don't know. I know I've done it myself where I've done so many listings, I'm not keeping track, and then I relist the same thing over and over again. And I often catch them, but sometimes I don't. And then there were a couple times where I think the relisting thing relisted something, but the other thing didn't get taken away. So that's something all of us need to be careful about, is, double checking our listings. But of course on Poshmark I have like 1,200 listings or something. Like I have a lot on there. And I also, over the next while, I need to take better use of my cross-listing program that I pay big bucks for, because I need to start cross-listing from Poshmark to eBay. And, as an update on all that, it's still faster and easier to take the photos, upload on Poshmark, and then cross-list over to eBay for me, with how things are going. I'm hoping so hard that List Easier will finally work for me, for how I need it to work, and that I can start on eBay, List Easier, all that stuff, and then cross-list it over to Poshmark. Because with Poshmark, you don't need to know all the shipping and stuff. You don't need that stuff. There are other things you have to fill in. So no matter which way you're going, whether you're going Poshmark to eBay or eBay to Poshmark, there's still fiddly stuff you have to pay attention to. There may be programs that do fill in all those gaps, but I don't have one. So, and I'm paying a lot for the programs I do have. But I'm hoping things, as AI gets better and stuff, and I know a lot of people are against AI, but to me, this is what AI is for. All this boring, mundane bullshit. This is what AI is for. I'm a writer, as you know, a novelist. It's not for writing novels. This is so I can make money on eBay using AI, so I can use my head down to my fingers to write books. That's my dream of the AI robot gods working in our favor, is they take the mundane, boring shit. We all hate listing. Everyone hates listing. Everyone hates listing. I know this. So I'm hoping the AI will make things easier, and we can continue on with our lives and do the things, or the careers we really want. I want to focus more on my career, not on my I have to earn a living to live in Toronto part of my life. Anyways, Happy New Year, everyone. You all are fantastic. If you have anything to say about anything that I say, please let me know. I'd love to read all your comments. And I am interactive. I will talk to you and stuff. And so if you'd like anything you see, like, share, and subscribe. The drill. We all know the drill. We all know how it goes. So Happy New Year. Take care. And I'm walking up to the camera to turn it off.